Hi, this is Joe the Tarot Guy, and I just did an email reading for a client, and it was regarding work, improving their work, maybe getting a different job, and what they should really do in 2020. So I did his reading, then I thought, why not make a video of this, since it's a good example of a 4x3 matrix, and then I can use this personally to demonstrate it. So really what we're looking at is the 4 columns, and that's what, why, how, and when, the 4 columns, see. So in column 1, so I'm using my cell phone, sorry if it's a little shaky. That's all I have with me today and as I'm rolling. So what is the question? What are we really talking about? And I think it matches pretty well with what this fellow was saying, is his environment and his life in 2020. What does he really need to focus on? So perhaps the reading can help. So the magician right here, the magician is showing control of the elements. He has the elements here. He's got a cup, a swords, a pentacle, and he has his wand at the top there. So he's controlling the elements, and that's in what I would call order. So he's bringing order to the environment, and controlling your emotions. That was a big thing the individual was concerned about, because he has, he's really trying to get a grip this year in 2020, and he's gone through some things in his life. He's pretty young, and so he's looking into this, and I think this is actually very beneficial in the what category is the devil. So the devil is change. He would be chaos. So he is bringing some change ability. So it's not just absolute control, like strong arming control, magician wise, making it happen, but it's about changing this item right here, which is the seeds of emotions. And I think this is really good. He's bringing some change in this fella's life, and I think that's a very fitting. We might want to call him the contortionist, or consider him as someone who creates morphing ability. So we have both we have chaos and order brought into the emotions to make this change happen, which is pretty good. Now, why do we want to do this? That's this column right here. Why? Okay, so here's more regarding emotions. Page is a messenger and a path, starting path, path change, or kind of a path direction messenger. So he has cups, and that matches with the seed of cups over here, which is pretty good. And along with why is to bring justice, and so the individual is wanting to have more order and justice in his life, and so this is pretty fitting, very good. And of course it's going to require strength, just like required morphing over here, and it's going to require some internal strength. So we have an infinity symbol, internal strength for this goddess right here, and then we have an infinity symbol on this magician. So this is lasting a long time. Pretty impressive. I think this is a good reading. Big fiery lion right there, and she has everything under control. And then how are we going to do this? We're going to do this through brotherly love. This symbol of the swords to the heart is not a bad symbol. It's counting on one another, and it's counting on others that are close to you, and it's actually a very good symbol for a start, an early start, or a strong start. So that's pretty good. I like that. It's mental, so we're out of the emotional time now. You see, there's no more emotional going on as far as up here, only down here and moving away. So so we have this, we have the heart and the swords, and that's mind right there. So control of the mind, which matches up with this justice. and again with our magician. And then I like to call this one Joseph and the Chariot. So we see that that this character right here is clothed inside this chariot with the heavens above him, and he has the green and all the symbols, and he's in control of the black and white animals and the white and black characters of life. And this kind of goes with I was going to say one of Plato's old stories. Now I can't think of the name of it. So anyways, he's ready to roll, and this is counting on, he's counting on, he's counting on, just like the magician is counting on. So what is the foundation of this one here? And that is that he's had enough and he's moving on. He's ready to roll. This guy's ready to roll. This guy's walking away. So this again is another very good match. This is cups, and we're looking at the 8 of cups, which is moving on. So he's going towards attaining the goal, and this the goal again is this section over here. So how is he going to do this? And it's through the mind, through those he can trust, and in this environment of controlling and taking control and moving forward in his life. And that's what we're seeing here. Pretty good. And when is the time to do it? Well, it looks like the time to do that is right now. This is the win column, and the win column is he has a mate to help him, and it looks like they're doing well. That's matched up pretty well. And growing, just let it grow. Keep it growing. There's no adversity to this financially. Just keep the abundance flowing and keep it going. Then we have over here another 7. So we have a 7 here of growing, and then we have a 7 over here of protecting yourself, protecting your material, your physical. This is material as far as mammon, and then this is a physical aspect as far as physical items, buildings, cars, houses, that type of thing. I think this is a pretty good reading for him, and it shows pretty clearly what he was wanting to know is about this job and what he needs to do in his life. And I think this is pretty clear, and it's really get a control of your environment, yourself, and your emotions, and work with those you can trust and move on. I don't see anybody looking back. It's time to move on. So this is another pretty decent reading the cards came out with. And that's it. So again, this is Joe Rollins, and I'm Joe the Tarot Guy. I hope you folks have a wonderful day and may be richly blessed.